So we've decided that we do wanna do the 800 on increase the medical benefit to 800 for each employee for our insurance. And, we'll go down to 5.
5%.
And see what it costs. I've worked out on this proposal, everybody, all the people and teachers' salaries, they're all listed there, how much they pay, etc.
How did you give?
So the total cost of that 5% increase is $879,000 basically. Which is under the 880,000 that we project.
Did you have a total of the career ladder and what it was gonna bring in?
Career ladder.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
the revenue that we're receiving.
That's what's on that one page that I handed out beginning of today. It's right there.
That was the career ladder revenue?
Yeah.
Well, on that, you got, it's like 825,000, right? Final allocation. That's what the career ladder's gonna bring in. Am I reading that right?
825, yeah, but I'm looking at the back sheet, it's projected SBA. So again, on here, is the on thing that I just gave to you, has the counselor and the nurse.
Okay.
Because I mean, that we had on the current.
What nurse?
One that's .1.
Oh, the
Oh, the
psychologist?
site.
There's
The
a,
school
yeah,
site.
site,
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Have you accounted for people who are moving over on the salary schedule at all? Like what we're at, like this is,
Yes, this is
the revenue, and then as far as, if our salary schedule changes for people who are moving over, which
Yes,
the career
this-
ladder just goes down a run,
goes-
right?
So yes. This is the
Who
current.
do you have moving over?
Oh, for this one?
Mhm.
So the people that don't move over would be the counselor.
The counselor would be right at the
He did
beginning,
right at the
correct?
beginning, yeah, that's EG, didn't look up his last name, so I just put EG I thought it was appropriate.
Now, the first, what, doesn't the state say that the first, anyone in new employment would get 35,800?
Well, whatever our minimum salary is on the salary scale.
Except for that spot. I mean, like last year it was 34,600.
So, you're talking, so the minimum, minimum salary is
35,800.
35,800.
Uh-huh.
As far as what the
I mean,
state.
we could give more, but usually that's
Oh, like what the state.
suggestion is where
Got it.
they're saying,
Yeah,
yeah, and that's
but I
higher
was
than last year.
Going.
So it kind of keeps moving.
So you're talking about the salary schedule the state has, or what's our salary schedule?
No, what they allow for the,
The
you
state.
know,
the
You're
state.
talking about we're talking about the revenue that's generated.
Oh, revenue generated, so
And that would
they're in the first one.
35,800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they, I can't remember, that was, when I was doing the numbers last night, it was 35,800 for
Yeah.
that.
I think like Melissa's original question was the amount that is increased that we're getting from the career ladder based on the employees we have. And so that total amount, and I don't know the exact number, but maybe like 2.8 or 2.9 or whatever %, maybe not even that. Like that's the number that I think she was asking about. Like how much more are our employees going to generate from the career ladder this year to next year?
Oh, so,
New money.
new money,
That's what I call new money.
New money,
Right?
yeah.
Like
I
that's
mean, we
like
haven't
that's
defined
what
our
you were
terms.
asking, I think.
Yeah, and so what, we have what they gave, the state puts out for the new career ladder, just plugged it in and went with that.
Yeah,
Well,
I
so
gave him a
that was my
copy of that.
that was my
Business
confusion on the original form that you handed out, because you had like, total cost, the 59,000, that's when I asked you what that number was.
And I said new money.
Yeah, but that's how much every single cell generates, is what I think it is now. But it's not necessarily just like, that's not just our employees, like that's every single cell on the salary schedule here equals the 59,663. So like the actual amount that our employees are generating this year to next year, that increase, that's the more important number than that number, I think. Is that right?
The only thing I've got here is what you should be getting. I didn't compare it with what we got last year. The only thing I put on here is what the total.
But isn't that the
state-
important
He was looking
number,
at
though?
this like from yesterday.
Isn't that the important number?
The salary.
New
Like-
money.
Like how much our employees are
Right.
generating this year to next year?
Because
And
to
so-
me, that, what I'm calling new money,
Uh-huh.
and what I think you're referring to, is what's gonna dictate how much more we can get.
And that number, that's what I'm asking about. Because that's the number, based on like the career ladder increase that we're getting, that's the, whatever it is, 2.8% or whatever it is. Are you with me?
Yeah, that's the first thing I asked when we sat down yesterday. How much new money are we getting?
Well, I think it's about $8,000, right? Isn't that right? Just based on our employees from this year to next year on the career ladder. Like, I know that our salary schedule pays more than that. But isn't that the amount,
No.
Melissa?
I
Do you know what I'm talking about?
almost. Yeah, I was following you there for a minute until you came up with the 8,000.
Yeah.
Well, I could be off on that, but I thought I saw that number somewhere as far as how much more money our employees are gonna generate from the career ladder.
I think
That's what I
that
think it is.
the one
What do you think it is?
I think it's $56,000. 56, almost 57.
And that would fall into the definition of
New money, to me.
Okay.
So you're saying each employee would generate on average,
No.
What would it be like?
No. All together.
yeah, I'm with you. Are you talking about just certified or certified and classified?
Everybody.
Or and administrative, everything?
No.
Not
No,
administrative.
just pupil, all our calculations
Uh-huh.
yesterday were for pupil services and instructional services.
Right.
For
Certified.
teachers,
no admin.
no
No,
admin.
Right.
Uh-huh.
No.
Right.
Interesting.
So all together, 56, 57.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we were looking at this career ladder. We just pulled it off what the increase was, and, it is all over the board, the percentage change. But when you add up all of those and get an average, you get 3.28. And that's just for this, every run. It's just up here.
That's what I was getting at. So by that calculation there, and from what, like we've seen at like the post-legislative roadshow and so forth, like the increase in the career ladder money is like roughly like 3%. Now, translated to our salary schedule, that would be a little bit less because we pay more, but like in that ballpark.
If you're talking new money,
Right.
I mean, that's,
it's about 3%.
are you with me on that?
I think
Like
so.
with that?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's what it is. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
overall, the districts, it's being reported that we're getting like roughly 6% increase in total money. And then about 3% of that is dedicated towards the career ladder.
So 5.
Yeah, 4.9 is what they initially said was, but then they gave a more to administrative. You know, when they say that they're giving this much of an increase to schools, it's not all on just salaries for teachers. It's
Yeah,
not.
and so that's kind of why we did the way we did, so just focus on SBA and pupils. Focus. You guys actually did get more money in discretionary funds, you're getting $148,000 in discretionary funds this year in the state.
So we think a 5% increase the district can afford, and it's a reasonable request.
Are you asking though, I wanna make sure I'm clear about it, are you asking for more money than what the state is increasing towards salaries?
We have to, we do that every year.
Is that what you're asking?
Right.
We're after the total, we're focusing on the total. Percentage is kind of, depending percentages are according to what you're comparing it against, right?
But I still ask the same
Yeah, I
question
see
though,
that,
like that's what I'm
3.2
asking.
Yeah.
So you're asking for us to go beyond like the additional money that the state's giving us and go into the general fund and the levy money to be able to pay the additional?
The SBA is, that you're getting is $880,000. This is a salary-based portion to pay salaries for instructional and pupil services.
Yeah, I'm still asking the same question
That 5% is
though.
in that amount of money.
Okay. My question doesn't change though, I'm just asking, like, are you asking for the district to pay like additional general fund or levy dollars past like what the state is increasing to cover the?
I don't think that the district would need to do that, no.
I
mean, unless
think
our
they would, I
FTE
think you are.
change.
But anything
I
above
think
that
that, I
would be,
think,
right?
can I just bring it back into, career ladder is revenue to us.
Yes.
It is the revenue. You guys have been on a salary schedule, and when we up that, and what you've come pretty darn close to, when you're upping it, that percentage, people are still gonna move down and move over. So, they're gonna be getting a lot more than just, you know, some will probably be getting a 5%. If they're moving down and over, or more. So, you know, this is revenue, and then that is the actual expenditures.
Yes.
And it's gonna be very different. And so when you're pulling up this number of 879,000 at 5%, that is more than we're receiving.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, you're getting $880,000.
Okay,
in
okay,
SBA.
stop, okay. 5% is on the table.
Okay. Can we have some time to talk?
Of course.
And the 800 for the insurance, right?
Yes.